1 month looks like a very short time for you to prepare for your JAMB UTME, but in this video I am actually going to show you ways you can actually prepare within 1 month and you are going to still do well for your JAMB examination. As a matter of fact, if you can follow from beginning to the end of this video, you are going to learn tactics that you can actually follow to ensure that you score nothing less than 300 with adequate preparation in 1 month. But let me tell you the truth, 1 month obviously is a very short time, but if you can follow strictly what I am going to be featuring in this video, definitely you are not going to have any problems, because I am going to be showing ways you should actually study without wasting your time, and it will still be effective within the span of just 1 month. So we are going to be dividing this month into 4: first week, second week, third week, and fourth week. If you are ready for this video, let's dive right into it. You are welcome back, everybody. My name is Ayorinde Samson Oluwatobiloba from Ekiti State University. So in this video, like I said, we are going to divide it into 4, and I'm going to be giving you some of the things that you can do in just 4 weeks, which is equivalent to 1 month, on what you can actually do to perform well for this JAMB CBT examination. Number 1, for the first week, you are going to do mind mapping. Do mapping of important topics that have always been repeated every year. Check past questions, check the repeated questions, the patterns of the repeated questions. You are going to do this with your book. Jot them down, map them out. I mean topics. I am not saying you should begin to study past questions. All I'm saying is get these past questions, look at the patterns of the questions, and put down the important questions that often repeat itself year after year. You are going to write them down, and if you don't want to write them, if you have your phone, good phone, iPad, or anything like that, just do your mind mapping. Write these things down, important questions, not year after year, but based on the topic itself. Once you check this year, you check another year, you check another year, you discover that this structure of question is often persistent in all these years. Write them down. That is exactly what you are going to do in the first week of preparation. Now for the second week, what you need to do is to go deep into the mapped out questions. Begin to study them question after question and ensure that you actually understand them very well. What am I saying? You have found out that, for example, every year they are always asking questions about photosynthesis. Now all you need to do is to study deep into what photosynthesis means, know everything about photosynthesis, know what affects photosynthesis, know what energizes it, know everything about the topic. You've discovered that they are always asking questions about subject matter and theme. What you need to do is to ask yourself, what is subject matter and what is theme, and you must be able to go deep into it. Don't just assume you have known it. You need to know the difference between the subject matter and the theme itself. For week 3 is where you begin to look at the past questions, and this is not the kind of past questions you study by checking the question and you open to the back to check the answer. That is wrong. What you're actually going to do to study for the past questions is that you're actually going to take the past questions. Remember, you do mind mapping, you have mapped out some questions, and now you have studied them extensively for 1 week, and now in the third week I said past questions. What you are going to do is to get those past questions. Look out for the questions on the topics that you have actually dived into. If you ever encounter any of such questions that you do not have an answer to, that is to show you the level of your preparation, that yet you are not prepared well. You need to find out that question and read more deeper towards the direction of that question. This will actually help you so much. Sincerely, it's going to help you much more than you can think of. Don't read questions, open to the back and check. No, you are only deceiving yourself. So check questions from anywhere possible. You can join online communities where they ask questions about JAMB, where they have different questions. There are groups for chemistry, there are groups for biology, there are groups for accounting, for commerce, for literature, for English, for government, any subject of your choice. There are past questions on them, and there are online communities that actually ask questions on these things. So the moment any question is asked and you do not know it, what should you do? Look up on those questions, and don't just assume that they will not ask that. Look them up. This is how to study smart once time is actually running out of your side. Week 4 is what I call consolidation. This is where you are going to actually review everything you have been doing. This is what will make you to actually know how much yet that you know. Review it. There is no more thing for you to read, just review. Now this is the time you are also going to put yourself under time practice. You want to know your accuracy when it comes to being fast in answering questions. This is the week that you are going to do everything. Remember, you've gone to the study, you've you've studied, you've done past questions. Now is the time you want to access yourself. How fast are you in answering questions? How many seconds or how many minutes do you want to use on a question? How many minutes do you want to use on a subject, on the first subject? How do you want to divide your time? This is the week to actually decide on all these things, and you're going to stay with it. And that is the week that you're actually going to be making use of the JAMB software and application that I will actually be posting on this group for you to make use of. If this video has actually helped you in any way, please, you can only support me by subscribing to this YouTube channel. I want you to subscribe, press that notification bell so that you can be notified anytime I post new videos, and please, I always want you to share. Thank you so much, and God bless you. I will see you in the next video.